guys, to your August 11th through the 14th reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, guys, we're starting out with the thunderbolt, the lightning bolt going on over here. This is a sudden and unexpected event that is going to take place within your life. Something that is a storm is coming, and you may not see it happening. It just kind of comes out of nowhere. Okay, so you want to be acknowledged about this. So this is talking about the Akashic library over here and karmic trenches that you are building. So the Akashic library over here, this is talking about you have moved into an Akashic records and to a higher self-awareness. Further investigation may be required into this lightning bolt effect, this sudden unpredictable storm that's coming your way. You may have to dig deeper into the situation and figure out what the motives are, and figuring out what is going on within this situation. Okay, so this is, like I said, talking about karmic trenches that are going around you. This is where you have dug one trench and looking for a different outcome, and this is saying it's not working. If anything, there is something to this karmic trench that is going on, something that you keep repeating over and over and over and over, that is finally pretty much coming back at you. So if you know what that is, and you knew that that was probably going to bite you back sooner or later, here it comes to bite you back. Spirit says it is time to set your course on new horizons and stop messing around with the karmic trench, because whatever you're doing, you're just allowing it to keep cycling. The cycle remains over and over and over again. You need to break the cycle. You may even be digging trenches and looking for a different outcome. Same thing, different outcome, but it always ends up the same outcome. So setting a new course on new horizons brings in the blessing, because this is going to be the blessing after the storm. So after the storm, you look and set your course somewhere else and stop messing around with that karmic, right? Whatever it is, figuring it out. Maybe you can figure out how to rework the situation. If it is a situation where it's like, man, then that's just not working, and that's going to hurt and cost me money, right? Now I can rework the situation or get myself out of this situation and set my course on something different, or, like I said, rework it to a whole different point of view, to where it's actually going to work. Figuring it out with the Akashic library is saying, I'm digging deep, trying to figure out this situation. Okay, this is where you're not going to limit yourself only to this one karmic area within your life. You're going to release those karmic chains and continue forward. This way you're no longer on the lookout either. I like that, because this is saying I don't have to watch for bad things anymore. I don't have to watch my back anymore. I don't have to, be stuck in this area anymore. As I release these chains, I free myself. So you are freeing yourself. You may find yourself in the throes of a sudden and difficult loss, perhaps a job, a relationship, or a major creative opportunity. As painful and challenging as it might seem, it is truly a gift in disguise. The loss actually takes you out of the conflict and sets you free to reach for an even higher opportunity. You don't have to be on the defensive any longer. You're on the way to larger than life. That's it. Setting your course, because something over here with this karmic trench has made you lose out, made you fall. Okay? And now you can release yourself and have the sun come in, have the new beginning. Because after all the storm comes the sun. So, but it's going to really be about digging deep on the situation to release yourself. So let's see what's going on over here. Coming out of the blue. Yes, having the strength and the courage to pull yourself out, to dig deep within the situation, focusing on the situation and building up that inner strength to get past this karmic, right? Getting passionate about your passionate projects, but understanding that there is scattered energy, there's delays and frustration. So whatever the karmic trench is, it's saying this is something I'm very passionate about. That's why I keep myself in this cycle of not letting go, trying to rework it, but yet the outcome is the same, right? And if it is a person you're dealing with, it could be a Leo or a Sagittarius or or an Aries. But you know that no matter what it is, it's frustrating you. It's frustrating and it's not working. And now all of a sudden, boom, here comes the tower, pretty much. That's that, the lightning strike. With the setting your course, right? This is where you're going to get some self-healing. This is where you're going to realign yourself. Look at the extremes from a different point of view and put yourself back on track, right? The lookout over here is, you definitely could be dealing with a fire sign. I just want you to know that. For a lot of you. Yes, 3 of Swords. It could even be a Libra, be an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or this is more mainly your card though for yourself, but you could be dealing with another air sign. This is where you're suffering. This is where you're feeling the grief and the emotional pain, the hurt, the sorrow, the divorce, the loss, the depression. It's definitely some heartache, right? 3 of Swords. It's hurting. It's painful. It's painful, but you know it's time to break those chains. You know it's time to do something different, right? Giving yourself the self-care that you need. There could be something very one-sided, something where you feel like strings are attached that you need to break away those strings. You need to cut those strings away. But that's okay because it's saying, you know what, you're going to get past this. You're going to get your power back. You're going to dominate. For some of you, it is a love situation where you do feel like this marriage is falling apart, but you're trying to keep it together. Maybe you're trying to dig trenches and, you know, I try to work out with them this way and this way, but it's not working, right? It just ends up falling apart anyways. So this is talking about that partnership. It could be a proposal to a job. It could be a job, no matter what it is, it's something you're very passionate about, but you're looking for something that's healthier. You're looking for something, right, that is stable. This is not stable. Okay, there could be a lot of greediness, possessiveness, overspending. Something is going on to where it's, you know, maybe you're trying to get out of debt. We do have the debt card here, and maybe you're trying to do it a certain way, right, and it's not working. Maybe somebody's overspending and I can't put enough money, you know, on this one debt because they keep spending the money and then this destroying the relationship, however it is. Everybody's story is different. You pretty much know what's going to happen if it's your story. It's going to hit you. Setting your new course is going to inspire you to have the urge to create and begin a new way, cutting the cords, getting rid of the way that you're doing things, whether you're actually getting rid of someone because they're nothing but a heartache and a heartbreak, and we can't get along, or recycling and remastering, right, an idea so that way it actually works, right, because this is not working, like debt, right, for instance, I can't get rid of my debt, I can't pay it off, so I have to remaster it, rethink about it, recreate things, maybe I need to make a better budget, something of this nature, right? Yeah, because you're holding back right now with indecision. There's going to be a lot of hesitation. This is going to, you know, there was maybe over risk taking or bad choices were being made by this karmic trench, which just feels like in the end it became reckless. It's just reckless on you one way or another to where it's going to hurt you, right? So you really are going to find the inspiration and discover what it is you need to discover so that way you can have the dawning of your new day. You will feel more free. You will feel more excited about the situation and find more limitless potential in whatever it is that you're trying to do. Okay, so, and like I said, free yourself. I mean, some of you, it could be a love relationship where you know it's just been off and on in our marriage and we just cannot hold it together. And it's just, you know what, I try to work it out this way and then it ends up right back where it started from. It's just not going to work. So we're holding on to something that just is not going to be the way it used to be. You know, the good old days of where it was, the soul contract is done, right? And we're holding on to something that is done. It's completed. It's time to move on. It's time to, you know, find celebration, community. You're going to feel much happier about the situation once you let go, once you release the fear of, you know, whatever it may be that was holding you back, or thinking that, you know, old ways, old restrictions, old habits, right? Attaching yourself. There is a lot of karmic chains that is going on within this situation, whether it's towards money, debt, home, this house keeps breaking and I keep trying to fix it. This car keeps breaking and I keep, penny and diming it to keep it alive. And now it's left me on the side of the road. Oh my God. You see what I'm saying? It could be something small. It doesn't have to be something so horrifying. You know what I mean? To the point to where now I'm not going to penny and dime this car anymore. It's time to save money, get out there, get a new car, right? Or take the money I already have and actually take the leap of faith and go get a new car, right? Because this one's killing me. God, I've been there, done that one. I hate that one. I really like that car, but man, she's killing me in the nickels and dimes. There's like one little thing after the other. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's like all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, there goes the radiator. Oh my God, then the gas pump goes out. And oh my God, you know what I mean? And the next thing you know, you just know you're throwing more money in to try to save some car than it probably would have cost you to put money down on a new car, right? But you have this way of thinking like, but then I don't have this bill because my car's paid off. See, that's the way I thought. But in the end, I ended up, I think, spending more money in the end than the damn car would have cost me to buy the damn car. What? Yeah, that's how I felt in the end anyways. Okay, so, but anyway, so like I said, it could be anything. It's just something that's going to suddenly hit you to where you're like, oh my gosh. And it's just karmic. It's a karmic cycle that you're going through, that you've allowed the karmic cycle to keep going. Yes, thank you. To keep going because, right, you need to choose a new direction, right? Because that's just the way it is. For some of you, you need to ask others for help in this situation because there will be big happy changes once you get this chains off, once you get this devil off your back, right? Okay, my friends. And that was it for you. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.